And welcome to the YourBlock podcast, episode number I can't remember because it's been forever since we've done one of these. So right now I'm sitting here with...
I'm Sam.
I'm Ian.
And yeah, I don't know. We haven't done one of these in a while because life got super hectic and, I don't know, lost motivation, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you guys in the world right now? I don't know.
I actually have a decent story. It's not the best story of human interaction, but I was at the bus stop the other day waiting for the bus to go to school or coming from school, and there was this guy, and he was very obviously a little mentally challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
And he had peed his pants, unfortunately, and there were these two girls laughing at him.
Ugh.
So I kind of stopped and I'm like, really, don't laugh at the poor dude.
Yeah.
And it just, what's wrong with people? That's not, I mean, barring the fact that they were younger, and back when we were younger, we used to do the exact same shit.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, we're not saints.
You gotta be somewhat lenient with age, but you also should probably let them know at the same time that what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say, hey, what the fuck? I'm kind of don't leave the poor guy alone.
Yeah, it's all an understanding, and especially being younger, you have a lot more ignorance than
Indeed
you do at our age.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I was younger, I know for sure that I would have laughed at something like that, given, I don't know, if I were a teenager or something. But I mean, as you grow up, you learn, you grow an understanding to things, and you start to see that, these things aren't funny. You should help these people, not ridicule them. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Respect.
Yeah. Oh, anything going on with you, Ian?
I'm working again.
Yeah.
For my first time in... God damn, I don't even know.
Oh, wow. Living that neat lifestyle.
Since... I'd like to say April, but I'm thinking more towards March.
But when was the last... Did you work at, whatchamacallit, Pro Hockey Life last winter?
No, I was working landscaping and snow removal and stuff.
Oh, I remember that, actually. Yeah, we were talking about that. Physical labor and how much it fucking sucks.
That was a shitty job.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I only worked night shifts, so it was the coldest point of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some days where it was -40 during the day. So in the middle of the night, that shit got to -55.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculously shitty.
Yeah.
Oh my...
It was around the all around government buildings and stuff for the RCMP, right?
Yeah, it was.
Did
for
they
RCMP.
let you inside the buildings at least to take breaks?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we have a dedicated break room there.
Okay, see that's not horrible one.
But still.
Yeah, it's shitty doing.
Literally the only breaks you get one 15-minute break every 3 hours, and then you get one half-an-hour lunch break that you can take whenever. But you're working probably 12 hours, and that's all the breaks you can do. And there's cameras watching the break room, so they can act. You can't fuck around at all.
Yeah, I'm surprised you only got one break, because even with an 8-hour shift, you're supposed to get 2 breaks, 1 lunch hour.
I swear to God, they were breaking laws.
Probably.
The company was so
sketchy.
Yeah. And our manager, my last day of working, gets a fucking DUI in a fucking snowplow. He's working, and he just has a 24 next to him, and a fucking police officer pulls him over, and it's right in front of the door. He opens the door, he has a beer in his lap.
These are for home.
Yeah. He has a beer in his lap, an open 24 of beer, and he's just oh fuck.
So what is it you're gonna be starting now?
I'm working at Farm Boy
Mm.
in the meat and fish department, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if you learn the meat section really well, you could I don't know really know how it works, but I know if you move up to like being like a butcher or something, like they get paid insane amounts of money because
Yeah.
you got to be like really well trained for that. You don't have to cut everything properly and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, you know. And
I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, I mean, working in the fish section, I'm sure is gonna suck because you're just gonna come home smelling like
Salmon.
it's just
shit.
like a disaster. I mean, I
yeah.
know I've been working at a sub shop and a movie theater, and coming home smelling like popcorn and deli meat is sure nothing compared to what you're gonna be going through.
Oh no.
I mean, if it was just the popcorn, it wouldn't be so bad. But with the deli meats, it kind of doesn't mix that well.
Oh well, it's not together. I work
Oh yeah, that's right.
separate days.
Right.
But yeah, eventually, I'm sure I'll. So there's days I work at both places actually. Yeah, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's like this weird combination of meat and popcorn and like butter. It's just
Yeah.
it's not a good smell. Yeah, so Sam, you're back in school. Tell us about that.
Oh, computer engineering, it's great. That's a lot of work, and you have to keep up with it. I mean, I'm up on everything. I'm doing fine.
Awesome.
It's just, like, there's a lot of stuff you have to know, and you have to make sure that you do your work. You have to put in the hours to get what you want out of it.
Of course.
Being an A-grade student like I am.
Well, of course. I'm sure you'll make that dean's list.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well so far. I just have to try and ace all my midterms.
Shannon made the dean's list for this past semester, which is cool.
Yeah, I saw that on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Your Snapchat? Oh no, she sent it to people.
I made the dean's list for media and communications. Dropped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just started getting easy and it bored me.
Oh.
And like some of the classes were just like honestly stupid.
Like a lot of filler.
There were two classes where one was how to use a camera, and you basically just spent like a class on like a button.
Yeah,
On the
I
camera.
took the media and communications, the photography.
Yeah.
That was seriously a joke. And they'd make the photography class for some reason was, I don't know how it was for you, but for mine, it was the longest class of the week. It was like I think it was like 3 to 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And each class, he would literally teach you one thing about the camera. You would go out into the school and do something with that camera, come back and show it to the class like it's show and tell or something. And then the rest of the time we would just be sitting there, like sort of, I don't know, studying, but like there's no reason why that class had to go on so long.
Yeah.
I think they could have easily gotten that down to 2.5 hours, maybe even 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Because like the show and tell didn't take long.
No.
We didn't do show and tell the same class that we got the pictures. We did show and tell the next class. So it was like we do our show and tell, and then we'd go into a different type of photography or a different aspect of the camera after that for like half hour, and then we'd run around, take pictures for an hour, and then we had like an hour to hand in pictures. It was like, oh.
So was that separated into two classes during a 1 week period of time? So like you would have theory for one, how to use.
No,
this, and then
it was
we'll have-
one class.
Oh.
It was one 3-hour class. But that's like not even the dumbest part of the course. I took media and communications 2 years after you did.
Okay.
And I think it's a lot different because we had a photography class and a video class.
Yeah, we didn't have video.
Because we were learning to be like cameramen for like interviews and news anchors and stuff like that. And it's just like, where should the camera be aimed and like here's the power button.
Okay. Oh yeah,
And it's like
we did something like that. It wasn't in our photography. It was in our,
this was a separate class.
yeah, we had a media class, and it would be, I think it was the first, yeah, it was definitely the first semester. It would be split. It was split into, we had sort of a lab thing, yeah, where we'd go off and we basically learned how to use like TV cameras and just different kinds of cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
We were learning to do that, and then in the second semester we learned lighting and audio and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, this was like a separate class. It was only like 1 hour a week,
Mm.
but it was a separate class.
Okay.
And I think they told us that it used to be a part of another 3-hour class.
And that's probably what mine was then.
Yeah.
Because yeah, ours was integrated into another class. Like the class itself, just the regular class, was just this standard media class that would basically teach you about film and radio and public relations and all that other kind of stuff. But then I think it was like every 1 week you would do the normal class. The second week you would do 2 hours of the normal class, but then that 1 hour at the end of class you would go and do that. So it was like an hour every 2 weeks. I think that's what mine was. I can't remember off the top of my head though, for sure.
Yeah, but it was just messed up, and it started getting really boring and really easy. So I didn't waste my time with it.
Sure.
So when you started that program, was it a newer program at Algonquin?
When I did it?
Yeah.
No. I think it had been around. Yeah.
Yeah, because just from the way it sounds like they've been refining it or whatever into something.
Yeah.
Better, so it's more solid towards.
Algonquin's the last couple of years they've been. I know when I was there, they were talking about doing a program that literally just dealt with lighting, and like I was like, well, I guess you could do an entire program about just like lighting for movies and television and whatever else, and I found that interesting. They also introduced a new script writing program, which is just a year long. I think that's a waste of time, because either I don't know, like I think it's a waste of time, because script writing, as soon as you learn the format, how to format a script, you could do it yourself.
Yeah.
All day long. You just have to be a creative writer. You have to.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you can't teach creativity. I don't think you can inspire creativity. You can show people maybe how to do things, but then beyond that, like you're not going to get anything out of that program if you're not a creative person. Like you're just going to learn the formats, and you'll be able to write everything pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there might not be any substance behind it.
Yeah, like it would be very organized in proper format, but it's script writing literally is all creativity.
Yeah, there's no spirit behind it. It's not.
Like, I don't know how you base a class around creativity other than like an arts class or something, like where it's like drawing and stuff, because people can actually refine their art and stuff like that, whereas script writing, it's just once you have the format, you just have to think of something.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. And when I remember, because we also did script writing in media and communications for our film class, and we were learning script writing, and I was really into it. I learned the format, so I started writing, just some like really short scripts and stuff and I found the hardest part of it actually was sort of getting maybe not started, but just giving each character sort of their own voice, because you have to make a bunch of different characters, right? And you can give these characters their personalities and stuff, and you can put all this theory behind it, and these characters inside and out. But when it comes to them actually just talking to one another and just a casual conversation, just the back and forth dialogue, it can seem you from someone like me who's used to writing very in-depth sort of like, I'm not trying to say I'm like a good writer or anything. I'm sure there's people way better than me, but I like writing more in-depth stuff and stuff that doesn't seem like it's very
one-dimensional.
Yeah, like a conversation. Like, I don't just write conversations. I like to put like the atmosphere of the room and like what's the setting and what's everything. But like once you've established your setting in a script, like you just mentioned, where everything's happening and all of that, you basically, it's just the dialogue back and forth, and like that's tricky for me. I don't know, because like it's, to me it feels like me talking to me talking to me.
Yeah,
so
it's like separating
trying
to separate your thought process into multiple people. And
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
what the fuck am I doing here? This doesn't make any sense to me.
So yeah, that part's tricky. So it's sometimes, but I've sort of learned how to fix that problem though. And I was listening to someone who was sort of giving a lecture on how to script write and make each character seem individually seem like an individual. And they basically just said like, you aren't exactly just one person, right? There's different like facets of you that may react differently to certain situations. So just make make each character an extension of a different part of yourself, and that's essentially what they said. And I think that definitely improved, because I would be trying to write a character that reminded me of someone else, so I try to make my character about that person. I don't actually know that person. All I know is my perception of that person. I don't know anyone better than myself. So what if I could split myself up into like different parts of me, and that definitely made things easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that really, yeah. But I know, I think the way Brule does it is, it's kind of similar, but he makes sure he has like a list of all of his character traits, and he's looking at that while he's doing his writing. So it's been a while since Brule's written anything, I think. I don't know. I haven't really talked to him about it recently, but that's kind of what he does. And he'll make sure everything that the character says or does is within the confines of those aspects of those personalities.
It's a good way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing with that is, I think you sort of would start to expect certain things from certain characters. Like, your characters would become...
Yeah, it's kind of limiting unless
it's
that
limited,
list is really
because like if
vast.
Right? Unless he's willing to, maybe step outside of those traits sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's always going to be like character development, right?
Yeah.
So at the beginning of your story, you'll have a character at point A, but then throughout your story, what Brule might do is he'll maybe refine those lists of those traits to allow his character to go through the proper development that he or she needs to.
Yeah. I was in script writing for game development, and I got ripped off really bad on it because I failed it for no reason, basically. But that's besides the point. But yeah, no. Basically, that's what I was told to do too, where it's just like, just pick different sides of yourself and create characters off of that. And not that I've written much, but I found it way easier than even like thinking something completely unorthodox for a character. And it's worked really well for the 2 scripts that I wrote for that class.
Yeah.
It's interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I can especially see that technique coming forward and like having the protagonist and the antagonist go at it, because like conflicting sides of yourself just constantly combating.
And I think that's probably the most fun. Because I remember I wrote a story using like that formula of using conflicting parts of yourself. And I thought about myself 10 years ago, and I was like more naive, I guess. I was more, I didn't understand the world as well, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So perfect place to have a protagonist of your story, right? Someone who maybe who has, I guess, good intentions but doesn't exactly grasp reality. And then I wrote my antagonist is basically who I am now. Like, I'm a little more resentful towards the world now. Everything has a little bit of a bleaker tone to it. And I really liked how that turned out, actually, but I deleted it because I delete most of my writing.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I wrote a story about how I delete my writing, and I also deleted that story. It's mostly practice, I guess.
It's like
that does make a lot of sense.
It's like a paradox.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Rightception.
Rightception.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, Ian, I don't know, what, are you watching any TV shows right now? That's a good transition, right?
Oh my god, Ian, One Punch Man.
One Punch
Holy
Man
shit.
is actually so good.
The animation is absolutely beautiful.
Amazing. I love the action scenes.
Holy shit. The one where he was asleep?
Yeah.
He was having the dream about the subterraneans coming, and it's like, oh shit. And he just beat the fuck out of everything, and then he wakes up, it's like, oh,
it's actually happening.
That automatic switch from like hyper action to comedy is just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like it that the anime actually captured that aspect of the manga so well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely love it.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, so far. I mean,
really good. And I love how simple his background is. I'm a superhero in my spare time.
I'm just a part-time hero.
It's just something I do.
How did you become a hero? I just felt like it one day. I became a superhero.
See, I used to get into a lot of fights.
And then you've got all these other characters with like complex backstories. Like Genos is like, I was a high school football player, and one day my town was attacked by monsters, and then the entire town was killed by a cyborg.
Yeah.
And I'm to get revenge for the townspeople.
Let me just come back into the room really loudly.
Bitch, 20 words or less. Please.
He went on to that huge tangent. And then he's like, no, just give me the short form, please. Yeah. Saitama, best protagonist. That's the...
No, the fucking mosquito was the best part yet.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking mosquito. And he's just chasing it all over the city. And then the giant mosquito comes and just... Bah! Fuck mosquitoes.
The mosquito is like, I'm at full power, and then she just destroys this robot guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
Nope.
Explodes all over the place. And then the road was completely ripped up, and the sky is just parted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
One Punch Man's power. He ends every fight with one punch.
One Punch Man is...
I guess the title says it all.
Yeah. He's one of the only people who could win in a straight-up fist fight with Goku. No energy powers involved.
No, even if he lands a punch, Goku's dead.
Yeah, because that's his thing.
What about Superman?
I don't know about Superman.
No.
I feel Superman.
No, I feel like he'd win against Superman.
I don't know. Silver Age Superman is pretty much just the most...
I don't think you understand the fact of...
I don't think you understand Silver Age Superman. Yeah. There is a reason why this character has been retconned and depowered so much.
I don't think you guys understand the fact that One Punch Man's power is that it's one punch dead.
It's like, it can be the same for Superman.
If they go to block an attack, their arm gets ripped off.
Okay. Superman can destroy the planet.
With a punch. This is Silver Age Superman. This isn't like current age Superman. This is Silver Age Superman, new comic. It's like every new issue, he needs a new power.
Will heat vision your brains out. He will lobotomize you from 10 miles away.
Even given that, this is just a straight up fist fight. Silver Age Superman will still win.
Fine, straight up fist fight. Straight
up
fist fight.
Because it's
probably now that I'm thinking about it, like it's like just destroying the Earth will destroy One Punch Man, whereas Silver Age Superman can just fly away.
That's I don't know. They might draw if he uses a super serious punch.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I these conversations always sort of boil. Whenever we like have these nerd debates, anyone who's ever had these nerd debates, it's always like this character versus Superman, and I think that tells you all you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because power level fights never work out really well because Superman's just Superman.
Okay, can we talk about something though?
Sure.
That last what's that YouTube channel called where they put two people against each other?
Oh, was it the,
and
are you talking about Screw Attack?
Yeah. Goku versus Superman.
Who won that?
Superman won both. No,
both times.
They tied the first one because Superman just sort of destroyed the planet.
Okay.
And then the second time, Superman wins by walking through a Kamehameha. Like, just walking through it.
Oh, yeah, Superman could do that.
Yeah.
That was such bullshit.
I mean,
it was Super Saiyan 4 Kamehameha.
Super Saiyan 4 isn't canon.
They still used it.
It's not canon, so
sorry.
the whole fight never happened in the first place.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, this hypothetical battle isn't canon. Sorry.
I guess.
Unless
but
we're
it's still like they use like all of their abilities though. Like no matter what version of it is. So
well, you got to think that in the end, what this essentially comes down to is just a couple of guys talking in a room exactly like us. It's like, who would win in this fight? Let's take a vote.
But you don't do it with him walking through a Kamehameha.
That's just the guy who animated. That's probably
okay. Well, we got to talk about what we got to get down to the science of it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
How hot is a Kamehameha wave? Because Superman goes into the sun.
Exactly.
He goes into the sun.
It's not as hot as the sun.
So he would be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
But I'm talking about the force hitting him.
The force itself. I don't know. Is it more forceful than a sun?
Yeah, Superman doesn't give a shit. It's Superman.
Because I know the sun's just sitting there, but it isn't actually just sitting there. It is constant nuclear fusion explosion after nuclear fusion explosion.
Okay.
Just coming out.
Just
completely pulsating. So I don't know.
Just golfing flames.
The Kamehameha wave could be stronger than that. I can't say off the top of my head. I don't know. It could be. It could very well be stronger than the sun. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. Superman could probably walk through it.
Also, just to reel things back a bit, if we are using Super Saiyan 4 Goku in Dragon Ball GT, he did become the Dragon Balls, so he could just wish Superman out of existence.
True. He could do that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't use that.
The only way you can beat someone like Superman is if you use reality bending powers. So we're talking like...
Magic.
I forgot.
Well, yeah, magic, because he's weak to magic.
Magic is his weakness.
Mm.
And for anyone who doesn't use magic, it's kryptonite.
Yeah.
And that's about it, really. Unless you leave him... unless you can keep him not exposed to the sun for, a ridiculously long amount of time.
Which... how are you going to...
I don't know how you can find...
What story is that?
Flashpoint.
Is that Flashpoint?
In Operation Flashpoint, where they go down under into the secret
military
base
have
and
him
find
stored
Superman,
away.
and he's super skinny.
Yeah.
The second they brought him onto the surface, he got touched by a ray of sun. He just killed everybody.
Yeah. He went nuts.
Yeah. That didn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, Batman versus Superman. I guess we're gonna see Batman take another shot at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Getting hyped for everything except Jesse Eisenberg.
I feel like what's hyping me the most about this movie is all of the references to
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns, yeah.
All of the references are just amazing.
I mean, he's got the battle suit, right?
Yeah, he's got the battle suit. He's got the suit from it.
Yeah.
They've already said it's going to be an older, more gritty Batman than we've ever had before.
I'm pretty excited for Batfleck. I've seen every live action Batman. Zero of them have like captured what Batman is in my head and what I've gotten from like the comic books and the animated show, and but like just from the trailers, like you see that costume, you see just the way he walks, the way he's moving in the trailers, and it's Batman. That's the Dark Knight Returns Batman. It's Frank Miller Batman.
Yeah.
It's gonna be top notch shit. I just know it.
Yeah, like he's got that seriousness. He's got that conviction. He's ready.
And another thing that I like that apparently not a lot of people are liking is that it's not like the stereotypical gritty Batman voice where they like just lower their voice. It's actually like a voice modifier. This one.
We're gonna have this conversation.
No. Here we go. No.
Another.
I want to talk about Nolan.
No.
12 packs of cigarettes a day.
No, I don't want to get into that. I'm just saying that I personally like that it's a voice modifier.
It's a voice modifier as it should be. It is. Yeah. It's the perfect route to go. I don't know why Nolan didn't even consider that. Like, oh, I want it to be as grounded as possible. That's science. Like, we have voice modifiers, Nolan. Yeah. We have them. I mean, they're real things.
I'm just wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane. Shoutouts to Christian. I do that all the time on TeamSpeak. It's getting really bad. I just make Bane quotes.
That beginning scene is really bad.
It's probably one of the worst scenes in cinematic history that's actually like supposed to be well directed.
Yeah.
And like
it was
amazing.
It was well done.
Yeah, it looks so good, and it's like, what the fuck is
this? The script, on the other hand,
Bane
could have used a little work.
The Musketeer Man.
Yeah, oh God, fucking day. I don't know what to make of that movie anymore. I've seen it a couple more times since it came out, and I for the first time I saw it, I was like, whatever, you know what? I've seen the first two. I know what to expect from this universe.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's fine. Now I've seen it a couple more times. I resent it as much as the other two. I
liked the first one the most. I liked Heath Ledger's Joker.
I loved Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, it was really good.
And the third one, the more I watch it, the worse it gets.
True. There wasn't even Bane. It was just a big guy in a fucking mask.
No. And literally the worst part is that first part. Because every time that comes on, now you're in my fucking head going... Hey. You're a big guy.
You're a big guy. For you.
Shut up. It literally just plays out in your stupid voices in my head. Like, I don't even hear the script of the movie anymore. It's just you speaking over it. It's so dumb.
Me and Christian do that a lot too. Well, you're a big guy. For you. There was, oh god, I was on 4chan and there was a WebM thread. It's like a GIF.
The
sound.
You were looking at the porn ones, right?
Yeah, that's right. there was this one scene, and there's this porn star. His name's Danny D.
Yeah.
And he does Bane references.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Like there's this one scene. He puts a pair of panties on his face. He's like, nobody knew who I was until I put on the mask.
They actually do like porn parodies of that Batman movie.
It's like, not just that. It's like little things just snuck in.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. He'll be doing like a regular non-Batman related porn or something, and then all of a sudden he'll just do that something in reference to Bane.
It's like, wait,
okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and there was another one where he had his dong out and chick's got it in her hand. She's like, "You're a big guy," and then just really, really lightly he whispers, "For you."
I'll have to check some of this out. That sounds funny.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So yeah, geez, I had a topic on the tip of my tongue.
Was it Suicide Squad?
No, it was. I was gonna shift things over to Marvel actually. Yeah,
Okay.
okay, I remember. Yeah, Hulk's gonna be in Thor 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For good or bad reasons.
I think for good reason. I think
There.
the big prevailing rumor right now is that the Quinjet that Hulk's on. Guys, if you haven't seen Age of Ultron, spoilers, you should come on. If you're the two people who haven't seen. Anyways, the Quinjet he's on at the end, he's flying off. The big prevailing rumor is that it somehow gets into space, and he ends up on another planet for World War, Planet Hulk. So the rumor going on right now is because Thor 3 is Ragnarok. It's gonna take place within the 9 realms. And apparently one of those 9 realms is going to be the planet that Hulk gets to for Planet Hulk. So what'll happen is, Thor will just be going through these realms and whatever, and he lands on one, and basically Hulk's just there, and he's... But yeah, I don't
What I'm hearing from 2 or 3 sources that I follow on Facebook, so I don't think they're that reliable. But they're bringing Hulk back for that Hulk Thor sort of rivalry that they had throughout the first Avengers movie.
Sure.
Just to add some lightheartedness to it.
Oh. So you think it'll just be like that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess Hulk won't be obviously the antagonist of the movie or anything. He won't be the
no
villain, but I think they'll meet up on one of these realms. They'll probably just have a throwdown fight or something, and then maybe they'll team up for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, but not before Hulk punches Thor in the face after they fight.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, you gotta
throw back to Avengers, right?
have that throwback in there.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it would be the reverse. I feel like it would
Thor
be...
does it instead.
I feel like it would be Thor hitting
Payback.
Hulk with the hammer for payback.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel
That's
about
pretty
them.
brutal, though.
I don't know how I feel about them doing Planet Hulk just kind of in the background like that. Not making it its own major thing. It would split off from the movies because it would be hard to have to do that and have to do the Infinity Gauntlet at the same time, but you'd make a lot of money.
Well,
that shouldn't be what it's about, but
I don't. That is what it's about. That's the thing.
True.
The thing is that the Hulk movies have always been. There's always been some sort of issue with them, and I think people want the Hulk. They don't want Bruce Banner, but they like Bruce Banner. But they can't seem to find that balance that makes everyone happy. So having Hulk as a side character in a story has always seemed to satisfy people.
Yeah.
But then there's the Planet Hulk and the World War Hulk stories that people just want to see on the big screen for whatever reason. I'd love to see it. I think it would just be a big just CG fucking explosion.
Michael Bay direct.
And they don't need to do any origin or anything. He's already a character in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally just throw him into his own storyline.
Yeah, so I don't know, will Planet Hulk will it be happening in the background of Thor 3? Will that be a side story to that movie? I don't know. And if that's the case, I don't know, because I would love to see that as its own thing.
Yeah, it's really weird.
See...
But how would it work?
I feel like they're cramming stuff now. If they are doing that Planet Hulk in Ragnarok, I feel like that's just going to be a clusterfuck.
See, here's another thing, though, is apparently, this is just from one extremely probably unreliable source I heard, that Hulk's story throughout Phase 3 is going to be told basically in the background of all of these movies. So in Thor 3... it might be Civil War or something. They'll show the post-credit scene might have something to do with Hulk, and that'll start off the story, right?
Yeah.
In Thor 3, we'll be continuing the story with Hulk somewhere as a side story. And apparently it's supposed to escalate even further in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because they might end up on that planet or something as well and have some sort of interaction with Hulk, and that'll somehow continue the Hulk story. So you'll be having it sort of told in bits over a couple of movies. That's what I've sort of heard.
Okay.
That would kind of
See,
be
that could be well done.
It could. Yeah. It depends on how much they show of it. It depends how much it interferes with the actual movies going on. It depends, if that's even, if this rumor is even the one that's even going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
Oh, and Inhumans, I think. No, not because that would take place after Infinity War. And I think they want Hulk back for Infinity War. Yeah. Because I think the big culmination of Hulk's story is that Thanos is going to somehow just turn him against the Avengers, at least for the first little bit of the movie.
Yeah.
Because I think just like World War Hulk's probably going to start feeling betrayed right now.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have a little bit of resentment towards the Avengers and stuff, and so Thanos will, bring him this deal or something, and they'll team up or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure it'll all be cool whenever it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll all work out.
Of course.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. If not, we've always got DC stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, DC's just starting off. They really only have one movie under the belt in this universe right now, and so it's still.
It has very. To say it has very mixed reviews is not a correct thing to say, because literally, it's not the best movie. It's a good movie, but literally everyone's problem with it is how much of the world was destroyed in it. And just all the destruction and stuff, and it's just I feel like this Batman vs Superman is the perfect way to just shut them the fuck up.
I think we need. My problem with the Man of Steel movie, I actually didn't realize what one of my problems was until last year. Yeah. And someone brought this to my attention. And I was like, "Holy shit, you're fucking right." There's this weird Zack Snyder filter over the movie that grayscales it all.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
And they're trying to Nolanize Batman. They're trying to give us not Batman. They're trying to Nolanize Superman. They're trying to give us a darker take on Superman.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's bad. I mean, we have to have the balance. We got to have the light. We have to have the hope with Superman. We have to have the brooding justice with Batman, and those are the two conflicting sides that we're going to see. We should be seeing battle in Batman v Superman, but now we're getting a Superman with a Batman twist on him. I feel like the tone should be, because they're turning this into Batman's universe. That's the problem with it all. They want to have this big DC universe, but they seem like they're catering it towards Batman. Everything has to fit within Batman's tone, and that's not what makes DC so great. I don't know, for me, because you can't have what happens when the Flash comes around, and we're gonna have this brooding dark take on Flash,
done by Ezra Miller, of course.
Done by Ezra Miller, who we just saw a train wreck.
Yeah.
That
was hilarious.
Oh man.
He's 16 years old.
He did so well in that.
He honestly, he's good in everything he does.
Yeah. I saw him in what was that movie? We Need to Speak to Kevin or something?
We Need to Talk About Kevin.
We Need to Talk About Kevin. Yeah, he was great in that too.
Oh man. And complete he has range. Going from Kevin to what's his face in Perks of Being a Wallflower, to going into Trainwreck.
Yeah, he definitely he has range. He has range, and that guy's supposed to be a Flash, and I don't want them to have a dark Flash. I don't want them to have a dark Green Lantern, unless they do like the Blackest Night story. Then sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll have to be its own little thing, though. That'll take some
Yeah.
time.
I don't think they should. They shouldn't do that for like a first.
Oh
Green
no, of course
Lantern
not. Of course
movie,
not.
but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't know. From the looks of the trailer, they got rid of that filter for most of the shots, except for like the last one.
In Batman v Superman.
Yeah, in the Batman v Superman trailer.
It kind of looked like there was some sort of filter on when they were actually confronting each other.
Yeah, like that last scene where Batman gets up out of the car, that looked like it had a filter on it. Also when Batman says, no, that was in the teaser trailer, but when Batman says, "Do you bleed? You will." That entire thing looked like it had.
What a great line!
Oh,
what a great line!
Oh man!
I can't wait for Batman to plug into the streetlight and beat the shit out of Superman.
I want Green Arrow to show up. I don't care. I want him to help out.
Oh my!
Yeah,
That
you
was
get Wonder Woman.
Doesn't even need to be
beautiful.
Stephen Amell Green Arrow. I don't care. You don't have to mix up the universes. I just want like as much of the Dark Knight Returns to be infused into this fucking story as possible.
Yeah.
I think it probably will be Wonder Woman who takes that Green Arrow role
Yeah.
a bit. I think she's gonna help out Batman. I think she's gonna lean. I think she'll be in the middle. I think she's gonna lean towards his side though.
Yeah, because like it. Yeah, Themyscira is like.
Cause what?
Themyscira is like on Earth, and like if they both feel that Superman is a threat to Earth, I feel like they would team up.
Exactly. Like they must be somewhat aware of each other by now if they're both on Earth for however long.
Yeah.
And they haven't had any sort of conflict. Suddenly Superman's added to this equation. I feel like she's in the middle, but more with Batman. What, you're gonna have Wonder Woman and Superman taking on Batman? Like,
That's
Yeah.
not fair.
no. Like,
That's really not fair.
Yeah, because like
so they're gonna use Wonder Woman, I'm sure, as some sort of edge for Batman.
yeah,
And because guys, Batman can't beat Superman. It can't happen.
but he can't. But 6 out of 10 times Wonder Woman will beat Superman.
Sure.
6 out of 10, really?
Yeah.
Where do you get those odds?
I've been reading Wonder Woman comics for years.
Okay.
And
What is that, an actual statistic somewhere? Or are you just pulling that
No.
out of your head?
It was
no,
in one of the
but
Wonder Woman
she's
comics, look at the
definitely
back.
won more fights against Superman
Yeah.
than Superman has against her.
I don't know about that.
No, she has.
100%?
She has. I'm
Okay.
100% certain.
Okay.
And like
I'll go to Google
and
later.
like I'm talking like brainwashed fights. Like Superman gets brainwashed a lot.
Yeah.
So
But every time he gets
Shit.
brainwashed, his power gets decreased.
yeah, his power gets decreased. Still win for Wonder Woman.
Sure.
Just putting it out there.
I read something somewhere about Doomsday being in the end of the movie, too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Save it. Save it. Save it.
That's the thing.
Maybe an end of credit?
This movie's already supposed to be Batman versus Superman. They're throwing in Wonder Woman. Apparently, all of the other Justice League members are supposed to make cameos at some point.
Yeah, they're doing like the
Lex
origin
Luthor.
of Cyborg or something.
Yeah,
Because like they already have Ray Fisher. Like that was one of the first scenes that they shot was Ray
Yeah, the
Fisher's
football
game.
Yeah.
And some kind of accident with him in it. So
So we're probably going to see that.
yeah, and that might be like the first scene of the entire movie.
Could be the
or
last.
something.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? Yeah, that Cyborg movie. Cyborg's getting his own movie, guys. Like what world are we in right now? Like,
Come far.
we've come far, man. You know. So where are we at with the time right now?
50 minutes.
50. We got 50 minutes on
50
the
minutes.
clock right now. We got 50 minutes on.
50 minutes on the clock.
So changing gears, we're now going to talk about. I don't know. What's interesting, guys? Like what's interesting in the world? What's happening?
I can tell you how to convert decimal into binary.
No, that sounds boring.
Okay, sorry. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna plot out your 2 times table, and
No.
it's your power 2 table.
It's
You guys playing any good video games lately?
Metal Gear Solid 5 is like the last. I'm just waiting for Dark Souls 3, Halo 5, Fallout 4. That's it.
Okay.
For me.
I have pretty much stopped playing video games
Smart.
because no one plays any good video games.
Oh, well, you know,
Oh, is it 'cause
Well, like multiplayer.
multiplayer.
Multiplayer
We're
video
playing
games.
WildStar, but I didn't like WildStar. Like, I picked
It's
it up for a bit.
It's
And it's like,
not a
whatever.
very good MMO.
I can't get into the
RPG.
whole MMO thing in general, man. It's hard for me. It's really difficult for me.
It's easy for me, but I've like 7 years of World of Warcraft under my belt. So.
It's that whole grindy thing. I mean, I did it with Destiny because I really like
Yeah.
Destiny. I like the way it played. I like the way it looked, and I like the story. Like the whole.
You like the
lore of it.
story of
Yeah.
Destiny?
I like the lore. I like the lore a lot.
You like the lore.
And then when the story ended in like 5 hours, I'm like, what the fuck? I paid for this. Give me more, please.
Yeah. See,
But-
that was the problem with Destiny that I had. I haven't played it, but I've seen people play it, and I've heard the complaints about it.
Yeah.
Is that Destiny is all about the story that ends very quickly,
Yeah.
and then
So many
like there's
loose ends for no reason.
nothing that happens afterwards. There's like no end game to it. Whereas what I liked about World of Warcraft is that it didn't delve too much into story.
Mhm.
There was a story, and you had to follow a quest line, but
There's no real depth to it unless you go that route.
unless
right?
you go that route.
Right.
But the best part about World of Warcraft is the end game.
Mhm.
Like, you just all the raiding you do, like, and it's nonstop. They just keep coming out with new stuff, keep buffing things, and it's just like, oh, this is seemingly too easy for you. Let's make it impossible to do. They've actually done that for one patch, where it's just like, oh, this boss is way too easy. Now we're gonna make it impossible. I
It's
don't
like
think
a level 1 boss.
I don't think they intended that, but it happened.
Yeah, they just got salty at people complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, Destiny was kind of weird. It's like, oh, here's this story, and we're setting up a whole bunch of things. Done. That's it. All
Honestly,
these
when the
loose
game
ends, just
ended-
nothing. I'm like, what the fuck?
When the game ended, I literally thought I was at like the midpoint or something. Like, what's gonna happen after this? I was legitimately didn't know I was at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I finished it and I was like, all right, let's see. You know, like, holy shit, that seemed like very climactic. What's gonna happen now? Credits roll. I was like, what the fuck?
And then the thing is, they released the DLC, and it's like no continuation from what they started on with the original story. It's something completely different. And,
Yeah.
like, the gameplay's still there. It's all still really solid, but
And now they
Story
have this
shit.
like Taken King thing coming out. I don't know.
That's actually branching off of one of the other DLCs, so it kind of makes sense because you go to kill this like god of the Crota, which is like the zombie kind of people.
So it's the
And
DLC for the DLC.
yeah, and you
Yeah,
kill him,
basically.
and then his dad's like really mad at you, so he comes to Earth and he's
Right.
like, "I'm gonna fuck you up."
Right.
And that's
That's what I gathered from the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, like, I haven't played video games in like 2 weeks now. I've just been
Holy
catching
shit,
up
yeah.
on old TV,
Mm.
watching new older things.
Mhm.
Like, right now I'm watching like The Nick and The Affair, which I think you recommended to me.
That's a character story. That is
Yeah.
oh, if you just want I just want to fuck these character studies. That's The Affair is such a great show for that. Oh.
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's great. I'm only like 3 episodes in, but like I've got it started. I've been really hooked on the show called You're the Worst.
Hmm.
It's in its 2nd season, and it's basically, this is the basic premise. 2 people, man, woman, best friends
What?
with benefits.
No.
It's probably like the greatest relationship I've ever seen on TV. It's actually amazing how they do it. They just it's just banter between them and their friends, and
Just wait till you get to the point in the show where that has to go wrong, and eventually they're gonna ruin that relationship because someone's gonna get feelings, and then they're yeah.
They literally do everything possible to avoid feelings.
Yeah.
It's very self-aware in that.
Okay.
Where it's just like there's this they're in the most I probably shouldn't do that. That's spoiler. I was about to do something from the most recent episode.
Yeah, someone's gonna come and watch this.
Yeah. You know how many views this is gonna get, Ian?
Like 1,000 at least.
Like 1,000 million?
I'm expecting at least 20. Okay.
Okay.
All for me.
I feel like that. I feel like that's a good. Actually, no. We could probably all give it 20 apiece.
No, I'll probably throw at least 5 views on this.
Yeah.
You know. So
listen to the whole thing each time too.
You know, maybe I'll get some view bots or going or something. You know, I'll make sure this gets some. I'll get this some press.
You know, PewDiePie the fuck out of it.
Just disconnect from your YouTube channel and just keep clicking on the video.
Holy shit, the most watched video of all time.
We're just sitting there for like 30 days straight.
Just
click,
fuck.
Refresh. Wait a minute, all the views came from one place.
Refresh.
Wow, this one concentrated area has a lot of views.
What's this? Canada?
Canada, where's that?
Ontario. Apparently they have a good
Ottawa.
baseball team.
Never heard of that place. It's
I-
definitely not the capital city.
I've started the X-Files.
Ooh.
Because, you know,
That's
it's
good.
getting revived in a couple months.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to be on board. I want to be on board for that
I
revival.
want to believe.
I haven't watched it since it ended, but
I've never seen any of it, so yeah.
great show. I love it. I love it until like the last 2 seasons. They changed the 2 main characters.
Yeah, I hear.
And it's just not as good.
But you know they're coming back, so.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
So I want to be I want to be nice and caught up for that.
Yeah. I want to believe.
I want to believe.
Yeah.
I want to believe that X-Files can be good again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the X-Files, you didn't like it up until those last few seasons, just like I didn't like Luther up until season 3. I stopped watching in season 3 once they introduced like the antagonist. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. No, I can't do this. I'm like, no, I know he's gonna come out on top. I just don't want to watch it because this guy's a douchebag. I never liked that girl in the first place. The black girl.
The black girl.
I-
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. I don't like.
I
her.
thought you
Go
were
away.
talking about Rose. And I'm just like,
No, she's
Dude.
great. She's
Dude.
so crazy.
like best female
She's
character
insane.
ever.
She's so crazy.
And like her excuse for killing her entire family and the dog.
I was bored.
I was bored. I wanted to see what it felt like.
see if I couldn't get caught, and she never did
See,
get caught.
yeah.
And then she became
and then
friends with the
Luther
detective.
and Rose became like best friends. Like
Yeah.
that's really it's messed up, but it's really creative how she got rid of all the evidence of her killing everyone.
Put it inside the dog.
Yeah. She killed her parents like point blank range in the back of their head while they were looking at the computer. And then she shot the dog in the face with the other 5, 6 bullets.
She shot the dog like a bunch of times, and then she just stuffed
yeah,
it inside.
she
the
like
dog.
emptied the rest of the gun. So she used 2 bullets, emptied the rest of the gun into the dog's face, and then just shoved the gun in and just left.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Because
not everyone's perfect, so.
yeah, but like dogs don't get autopsies; they just get cremated or buried.
So they burned the dog,
They burn
I
the
feel-
dog.
gave her the ashes.
I feel like the gun would be visible in the dog. I don't know. How big was the dog?
It was a big dog.
It was a big dog.
Okay, for some reason I was picturing like a Shih Tzu or
It was a little
something. Like
chihuahua.
No.
Yeah, like a Chihuahua or something.
What's the
No, it was like a.
So
I
it's
think
just-
it was a shepherd. I think it was a shepherd.
A German
So
shepherd.
It was
a good
big doggy.
a good big dog.
Mm.
But yeah, no, it was just like, you're fucking insane. I love you though.
Okay.
Yeah, she's good. She's a great character. And then the little girl in the second season, I like that. I like the second season a lot too.
Yeah.
That was good. The way they executed it, it was nice. I didn't expect the girl to do the thing that she did. I don't know if you've watched this yet, Thomas. Have you? Have you watched
Luther? No, not at all.
Okay, so I won't spoil it for you because it's kind of
Well, I mean, God, you...
big twist.
Well, what
You
what
won't see
we
it coming.
just explained to you happens in like the first 15 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
So
all
like,
gravy.
That's not spoiler. But
yeah. Luther's
yeah.
a loose cannon cop on the edge, and he goes off the edge a couple times, but he reclaims himself.
Good.
And yeah, it's a good show. I'm apparently it's supposed to be coming back. It's been on a 2-year hiatus so far, but
What is this, Berserk?
yeah, at least they're back to regularly updating Berserk
I haven't caught up yet, so
for like the past 6 months, 7 months. It's been going one chapter a month.
okay. Have you ever heard me and Brula talk about Berserk before? It's like this really gritty, edgy, like it's not really edgy, it's like super serious, hyper violent manga, and it's just so good.
Nope, never heard of it.
It's good.
Well, you know.
And like it's like 340 something chapters into it right now.
No, way more than that. Way
No?
more. It's like
There
are like
no,
10
it's
volumes.
No, I'm talking from like Manga Fox and Manga Reader, because the first
they count like the first 10 volumes as chapters in whole. And it's
yeah.
like 1,000
No,
pages.
they
I'm like, what is this?
put like entire volumes into the computer
Like,
as
I need
one
to find that.
chapter.
Forgot
So
to-
yeah, no, it's on like Manga Reader, Manga Fox, whatever you use. It's at like
Wait, you mean
300
you don't go and buy the chapters or something?
Holy shit, did I tell you about the time me and Brian were at Chapters?
And you saw all that manga?
Yeah, I got mad because the same guy who recommended JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I'm like, yeah, nice. Look down, Sword Art Online. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
How dare you?
Sword Art Online.
Were we
is
there
shit.
for that?
Yeah, I remember that.
We were
actually.
there for that.
Yeah, we were
No,
there.
it was. I told you guys like right after because we met you going to the.
No, I was literally with you
No,
when that happened.
we were with you.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you going like, "Hey guys, look, JoJo. Oh, someone recommended it. Let's see if you recommended anything else." You fuck. You son of a fucking bitch.
Yeah. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of those that I would actually buy all of the volumes because it's something I'd want to own, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all art. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be the roundabout.
Oh God.
You'll spend the day your way.
The music in this show is like,
It's awesome, right? You know what's weird? Here in North America, like in Japan and Europe, it's like their Dragon Ball Z. It's like referenced in everything and anything.
yeah.
It's like the foundation.
Oh, they're really big
kids,
there.
yeah, kids like grow up watching this shit. Or they like reading it. It's like good.
Yeah.
I was talking with a person online the other day about anime actually, and they said, I guess I was coming across ignorant to him or something because like I just didn't I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. And he's like, "Oh, you're so ignorant. You've probably only seen Pokemon." I'm like, "Well, you're not far off."
Not wrong. I've seen Digimon too, which is also
Okay.
fun. Digimon's
But
And
then I
Dragon
dropped
Ball
some hardcore JoJo knowledge on him, and he just shut up.
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
I see you. I see
Yo,
you.
you watch JoJo, you got everyone in the anime world's respect.
What do I do? You thought it was JoJo. It's me, Dio.
I saw that reference somewhere again. Outside in the outside world somewhere,
No.
I saw it.
Oh, in the
Popular
outside
thing.
world? Because I keep posting I keep posting that picture of where it's just a girl sitting on a fence and it's just like, you try to get him out of your mind. but he always comes back.
It's
And
Dio.
it's Dio, like, looking over her shoulder.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
He's probably one of the best villainous villains ever. Because,
Yeah.
like, straight from the get-go, it's like, you can't
No, like,
not hate him for doing what he does.
everything he does, you just
Bad guy.
can't... No, you just have to hate him. I was about to say you can't hate him.
And I love Dio
But-
for that. Perfect.
But it's,
I mean, it's not
like,
perfect,
you
but it's-
have to hate him. Because everything he does. He kicked the fucking dog, man.
Especially like
He kicked
really
the
early
fucking
on,
dog.
before like all of like the demon curse shit started happening to him, or whatever. He was already just a piece of shit, and I think I like that more because there was no excuse for it back then. Like that was like, oh okay, his dad was sick. He was already a dick before his dad died. Like
Yeah.
it's like
He's the one who killed his dad.
Yeah.
Like...
so like I mean like, but like when the I guess the more mystical stuff started happening to him, it's like, oh well, now there's a justification.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked just the pure just shittiness of Dio.
Yeah.
Right from the get go, I loved it.
That slice of life of JoJo and Dio.
What do you
Dio
think
was
JoJo's
huge.
gonna? What do you think JoJo's gonna say
With
when
all those,
you're
like-
not his first
with all
kiss?
with all those like, just like really minor kind of things that were like killing his dog,
Yeah.
just shit like that. Like I don't know, it was gravy for the show.
It's like,
Well,
I'm
killing his
inconvenienced.
dog is not minor,
No, I didn't mean to put it that way, but like
but
I mean in the context of the rest of the season when he
Yeah.
is literally. The
Yeah,
other
yeah.
things he's doing,
Yeah.
that's sort of minor
When he
comparison.
turns
no, and the
vampire
way what stood out to me so much with Dio is how he played the guest role against JoJo.
Mhm.
Like, you know when you're a guest at someone's house and
Yeah.
like just their parents don't want to deal with you, so it's just like if something goes wrong, it's always the son or daughter's fault. I love how Dio just played that
Oh.
so well.
He exploited the fuck out of that at
Yeah.
every turn. It was great.
Every
when they were eating.
possible way.
He came in, Dio's all eating nice and
Yeah.
really fancy, and then JoJo's just scarfing down his food. It's like, Dad's like, no, go to your room. It's not how you eat.
For sure.
And the music.
The music
The
is
music.
music's pretty top notch.
And like even the openings. Those. Whew.
The second one's still my favorite.
The second one's still my favorite. The third one's
Man.
probably my least favorite.
But it's still so good.
Yeah.
It's still really good.
And the first one's definitely my second favorite.
And then at the end of the second season, when they played the first opening during the final battle, it's like, oh.
That was like the best episode. That was like the best episode just for that.
And they're on a rock flying into space, and he's like, bet you
Yeah.
didn't see that coming. I was like, did you stay for the second season?
No.
Mm.
I saw the first 2 episodes of it, but then I dipped.
Yeah. Jonathan Joestar's probably the best.
And you're actually lucky about that, because I literally just finished the second season of JoJo.
Yeah, you finished it. You watched it all with us, with me and Christian.
No, not the second season.
You do.
No, the one in Egypt.
Oh, okay. All right. No. I'm talking about Jonathan versus Cars.
Oh,
The
yeah,
final-
I
the la-
watched
the
that.
last
I watched
battle.
that. I watched that with you guys.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about, like the actual second,
Mm,
or like the second part.
because we
I
all
guess.
know how Jotaro beats Dio.
Mm-mm. Mm.
I'll be the roundabout.
Actually, this time it's walk like an Egyptian because they're in Egypt.
Walk like an angel. I don't know.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Oh god.
That's
Oh
all.
man, this such perfect use of the 70s music.
Mm-hmm.
Although Roundabout was the best.
Top notch.
Roundabout was the best.
Without a doubt.
Right now I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself when it comes to anime, because there's only 2 good shows out right now.
Have you watched Overlord yet? Oven Lord?
Have you,
Overlord's
I have. I've
Have you watched Martin
What?
Mystery? That's what you're gonna say.
I was going down that road.
What about Corey in the House?
no, but like
Corey in the House.
Filthy Frank.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Corey in the House.
You remember that fucking Chef DVD?
Oh fuck. But yeah, no, like this season there's only 2 things, and I don't really want to go back to previous seasons to watch things that like I gave up on early on, but apparently got better.
Nothing really stood out
And,
recently
yeah.
at all.
I was literally about to recommend Avatar: The Last Airbender to you, but then I realized you're probably a bigger fan than I am.
Yeah.
Ian's a freak when it comes to
Yeah.
Avatar
Oh,
stuff.
Totally
Avatar.
Fair.
But like,
Perfectly understandable.
right now, I'm only continuing watching Ushio and Tora.
Mhm.
I'm watching Haikyuu season 2 and One Punch Man, and like that's it for anime.
Pick up Overlord. Overlord's really, really good.
I watched it. I was here when you were watching it.
No, like watch the whole thing. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah. No, we watched the first like 5 episodes together. Then I watched it weekly, and then we watched like episode 9 together, and then I finished. No, I didn't finish it.
No, we were watching Shiki. We were watching Shiki, not Overlord. We watched 1 episode of Overlord. That
Yeah,
was me and Christian.
we watched episode 9 of Overlord.
Yeah, that was it. But like start from the beginning and just work your way up. It's like it starts the whole thing. Guy is in a game.
Yeah, and I know what it's about.
Yeah, and then
I've
he
seen the
goes
first-
into the game, and then he just proceeds to be the most overpowered thing in existence, and he just constantly.
Wow, it
states
sounds
that
like
fact.
anime.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he does it in like a really grim way, and it's like he doesn't
Yeah.
give a shit about the world that he's in. He just wants to take control of it, and he's kind of the bad guy. That's really cool.
I'm gonna say a very bold statement right now.
Mm.
I think Haikyuu is the best sports anime there is.
But is that the volleyball one?
The volleyball one.
I've never watched it, so I can't
Like-
refute that way.
I love it because it doesn't.
There's Bend It Like Beckham.
Get out of here. No. But the thing that I really, really like about it is that there's none of these super powered beings that can only do certain things to overpower other
Generation
people.
of miracles.
Yeah.
A
And
guy that
then
can make a shot from full court.
and then it's like and like even with free, they're only working on one skill. Like the person who swims freestyle is just working to swim faster at freestyle, and it gets sort of stale and boring. Luckily the characters are okay. And then you get something like Haikyuu, where literally the characters are friggin' amazing, first of all, but then it's this escalation and need to improve and want to improve, and it just does it so amazingly, because it's like at first they didn't even win a match, and then they sort of got to like the 3rd round of the not national but like
Regional.
regional playoffs or whatever, and it's just like, okay, we need to get better. And like it's just a real life version of like what would be happening.
So the story's more realistic, is what you're trying to...
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it just had this realism to
You
it
can
of
relate
like
more to it. And
Yeah.
It feels more...
and it's none of this like it's none of this willy-nilly willpower shit where it's just like, I'm the best because I believe.
I'm the best because I can shoot the ball from full court.
I'm the best because of the power of friendship, and I can reach this next transformation.
Yeah.
And I run to school with toast in my mouth.
Yeah. But it's
I was just grabbing at everything.
Hold on,
you literally just did every like trope in
And I
anime.
sit in that one area in the classroom.
You're the
Second last seat.
second last
Yeah,
seat in
on
the
window.
left
Yep.
by the window.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it just has this realism to it and it's sort of like, this is exactly how I felt with hockey. My first season of hockey was brutal, but I still enjoyed playing hockey and I wanted to get better. Second season, we went undefeated. That's besides the point. We had a pretty stacked team. But like even then it's just like I'd be letting in goals, just luckily our offense was just as good. And then it finally escalated to the point where I needed to be the best there was. And yeah. And it's
Well,
I feel it.
It's good. It's good that you can find that you can relate to the story on that level, and that's what attracted you to the story and the characters. And no, I can see that. That's good, because that's what really people try to find in any story is some way to escape themselves, but still find a way to relate it back to themselves. And that's it's good. And obviously they're not and another thing that I like about it is that they're not underdogs. They're
kind of the mid-range team.
Yeah, they're the mid-range team that's just wanting to get better. And it's like, yeah, I can totally deal with this. And I think it's actually really deserving of its spot in my anime list's ratings of rank 15.
Unlike Sword Art Online and certain other shows.
Wait, what's your number one? I need to know, what's your number one anime of all time?
My number
Since you
one?
say you have a list.
Oh no, my anime list is a website.
Oh, you literally have a list. Okay.
It's like the IMDb for anime.
Got you.
What is your number one?
You know what you need? We need to do one day. Sorry, we need to just get really stoned and just watch Mushishi. Remember?
Can we?
That would be good.
Oh my god!
We also need to get really stoned and watch Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo.
Because
it's the same vein.
It was the first anime that I ever sort of delved into on my own without any recommendations or anything. I was just like, this looks really weird. I'm gonna watch this, and I felt like I was getting high just from the show itself.
Yeah,
and I could just imagine the experience I would go through.
It's a really good show too.
So yeah, listeners, if you don't know the premise of the show, it's basically this guy wanders the world, and he can communicate with these, like, sort of, not an extraterrestrial,
extra dimension,
like spirit type things.
Yeah, they're like spirit life forms, and each one's like different, and they interact with humanity in a way very subtly that affects people's lives, and it sort of disrupts their lives. So this guy will come along and try and communicate a way to these people that they can fix the problem. It's always like a different thing.
Yeah.
But what makes the show so just fucking beautiful, okay, is the music, the voice actors, the way it's animated. It's animated like it's
really unique.
It looks
set apart from
other animes. It looks like a painting / an anime.
Yeah.
And everything, it has like this weird sort of atmosphere to it, and I don't know. I just like I watched like the first like 8 episodes of it or something, and I was just I was literally enthralled. I was like, this is the most edgy shit. Not edgy at all. No, not edgy. It's the complete opposite of edgy, I'll tell you that much. It's the most just enthralling, just weird experience of who made this? Why is this
a great show?
Yeah,
it's a great show. Yeah.
I definitely love to experience it.
Definitely do.
Watch it sometime.
I would not want to watch it on shrooms.
I would love to watch it on shrooms.
I don't. I feel like that would be the scariest shit on shrooms.
I completely agree. I would love to go down that road.
Thus, that's why we take shrooms while doing it, right?
So what time are we out with this thing?
Probably pretty.
I'd say we're
probably
near
pretty
an hour
far.
and a half or so. I don't know. Where are we at?
You're pretty close. 10 minutes off there.
All right, so should we wrap this up, boys?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean this is a good this is a good return.
Yeah.
I mean we've had some interesting conversations today. We learned about conflict resolution, learning to play and work with our peers in an appropriate manner,
Yeah.
Respectful manner. Yeah.
respectful manner. We know to raise our hands in class. We know we learned a lot today.
You have to really...
We learned hands on top. That means stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to really notice the difference of your coworkers or your fellow students, and you have to value those differences while at the same time being sure not to step over a boundary that would
Otherwise, make them
inflict some kind of
emotional trauma on them.
Yeah.
You know, it's very
the
important.
difference.
It's very important to respect the boundaries of others. You don't want to cross them. And that's what we learned here.
Yeah, just going back to the beginning of the podcast, like, I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah, if we're going to come full circle with it, yeah, like that was a...
Like, he was very, very obviously mentally not similar.
Mentally challenged.
Very, yeah.
You can
That's the
say
word
it, Sam. Retard.
Like,
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I really don't want to be mean here, but he was like shorter than Chris, and he had a lunch bag that was half of his size, and he had like Bubbles glasses on, and he had peed himself, and these girls were just sitting there making fun of him.
That is awful.
And I was like, dude, don't. He probably already.
And like,
has
despite the
scars
joke
to
I
do
just
it.
said, don't call people retards. Don't.
it's alright.
You know, you got to be nice to people. You got to treat people like you hear this all the time growing up, but treat people like how you would want to be treated.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that's the only way this world's gonna get any better.
Here's a motto for you. Treat people with respect until they give you a reason not to.
Nice one, Ian.
Nice.
You're dropping some knowledge on us here. All right, so the letter of the day is K. K for the Ku Klux Klan. We're signing off. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.